Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we got some obviously new protests happening in New Hampshire. Now, I understand that this is for the course for students or anybody that are in public schools because they're being brainwashed to be far left fools, and unfortunately, there's even women trying to protest this stuff as well. Here's one thing that I will say, and that this is stupidity of this after we watch all the videos, is that again, women are absolutely destroying themselves and risking themselves and actually risking them being assaulted. Because the more that this goes on, the more that this is going to be an issue. Well, I think that you'll get to see what exactly I'm talking about after you take a look at this video.
Staging a walkout Friday in response to the school board's bathroom restrictions that limit the number of students who can use the facilities to the number of stalls available.
Nobody asked for this. Nobody but the few parents who complained to the school board asked for this.
The board voted on the measure on Monday after a proposal was brought forth that would change the district's bathroom policy, which allows students to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity. The proposal would require students to use the bathroom associated with their biological sex, male or female. While students agreed they do not like the current bathroom restrictions.
We're all a high school, and the fact that you see this many people out here right now ready to kind of stand against the school board just kind of signifies that.
Some have different opinions about what should be done to address the larger issue.
As a female, I don't think that it's safe to have males in our bathroom.
This is creating just a complex system of inequality within our LGBTQ plus students.
Teachers, parents, and administrators tell News 9 they're happy students were able to come together peacefully.
So proud of our students, I really am.
This is what gets the attention needed to make a decision that's best for everybody.
And I've reached out to every board member, and the ones who've responded say that they hear students' concerns and that this is an issue that will have to be brought up again. The next board meeting is scheduled for February 20th. Live tonight in Milford. Stalls, a new policy implemented this week by the Milford School Board.
None of us actually asked for any sort of change. The whole issue arose from something that happened at the middle school.
A heated meeting Monday night brought forth a proposal to change the district's bathroom policy, which allows students to use whichever bathroom aligns with their gender identity. The proposal would require them to use the bathroom associated with their biological sex.
I've actually suggested a few times that we just make all of the bathrooms single use. People argue that all of your bathrooms at home are unisex, and we've never had any problems.
Superintendent Christy Michaud says the district is working to come up with a compromise, but that's easier said than done. One thing they're looking at is floor-to-ceiling stalls, but there would be some hurdles.
That's going to be quite expensive. It will be. And it's not likely something that we'll be able to, even if funded, and the board does choose to allocate funds to that kind of a project, that we'll be able to do until summertime.
Ultimately, she says the goal is for all students to feel comfortable at school.
There's a lot of passion on both sides of this conversation. Finding sort of a win-win or a compromise is really hard to do.
And the next school board meeting is scheduled for February 20th. The superintendent says there is a chance that this limited bathroom policy could be revoked before then. Live in Milford, Hannah Cotter, WMUR News 9.
Yeah, so there you have it. Students obviously protesting things that are going to be obviously damaging to them. I see a mostly female there, ironically, where females are destroying themselves every stretch of the way that they can get. When it comes to those sexual marketplace, they're destroying themselves. When it comes down to the actual bathrooms, they're destroying themselves. It's just a constant it's just a constant thing that they just keep on just doing, is that they destroy themselves, shoot themselves in the foot, and then they complain when things just go awry. And unfortunately, like the one female in that one video that says that she doesn't want females into her bathroom, well, she's the one people that shouldn't obviously have females into their that shouldn't have men into their bathrooms. I feel bad for those females. The one females that are, obviously getting men into their bathrooms and they're going for it, well, then I don't feel bad for them, because at that point you get whatever you asked for, and then you don't have the right to complain about it after something bad happens to you, because obviously you supported that idea. The stupidity of this is what's insane, and that's what needs to stop. But what we're going to go here is this. So, we will have this in here because it's pretty much a recap of what the video that we watched was. One student who participated in the walkout told a local television station that students were not consulted about the new policy. Nobody that I know asked anyone here. No one requested this change. Student J. Romelia told during the walkout. It was solely made by the school board in a parent complaint. Board of Education member Noah Bordevolt proposed the urinal prohibition as part of a compromise that was accepted by a 4-1 vote on Monday. The ban replaced an earlier proposal from Vice Chair Nathaniel Wheeler to separate bathrooms and locker rooms strictly on students' gender assigned at birth, which was criticized by LGBTQ students, according to the Globe. Unfortunately, that was the best way. Again, there's two ways we can deal with this transgender stuff, right? The one way we can deal with it is they just use the bathrooms that they were born biologically, sex-wise, and stop complaining about it. Or they can use any of the bathrooms that would be made for just transgender people, which would cost more for the school. But that will leave everybody else that would safe from anything that's been going on. So that protects the kids that are obviously being possibly assaulted and all that. So I don't see where we're gonna go to with this as well, where there's this issue. Wheeler's proposal would have offered separate gender-neutral single stall rooms, effectively ending the district's current policy of allowing students to use the bathroom of the gender they identify with. At Monday's board meeting, parents supported of Wheeler's proposal with Dawn yellow smiley face stickers that support parental rights, according to the Globe. And by a majority of the audience wore rainbow flags and condemned the policy as discriminatory during a public speaking portion of the meeting. Now, Gomery, a 16-year-old transgender sophomore, said the policies could have a negative impact on the mental health of the district's LGBTQ students. He said he and other queer students just want to be treated as the same as cisgender high school students. See, here's the thing here. I don't really care for this person in particular, the transgender people, because obviously they're going to want this regardless. That's the problem. Asking them is stupid because obviously they're going to want what they want. And again, does this person obviously have any type of issue? By the way, there's been a rapid amount of transgender people going up in place as well due to all this woke stuff trying to put this stuff into their heads. And what's unfortunate, we're going to find out with some of these transgender people is that they're probably just going to end up causing more problems than anything. They'll probably end up harming themselves, have some type of medical breakdown, which seems to be happens after the surgery or after the procedure and stuff like that. So we'll wait and see because it won't be pretty. So yeah. So it goes on to say, I see all these scared people on both sides not knowing what to do yet, wanting to help their children in different ways. He said the best way you can help your children is not discriminating against their peers, but listening and helping your children grow. That is all we want. But the thing is that they're not discriminating against you at all because having an actual male into the bathroom is terrifying for a lot of women, especially younger women that don't want that type of thing going on. So I don't see where this is an issue. Just use your bathroom you're biologically at, and then you're fine. It's not gonna harm you. It's not gonna cause any issues for you because it's all in your head. I'm sorry, but at this point, we need to stop catering to the society to where we want to actually cause harm to people in general. Again, and one thing we saw the parents. The only thing that I've seen from parents in general is that it was a female parent, which obviously they're most of the ones that support this type of BS anyways. So you're going to have to give me a listing, NYP, of what parents and how many parents went for this or wanted this type of stuff, because I've only seen one parent that we've seen so far kind of want this, and it's like, oh, she in her opinion is like, oh, well, we have, neutral bathrooms in our house. That is completely different compared to having people that you trust and are most likely not going to harm your child any type of way, compared to random strangers that you don't know that are actually going to harm your child. The fact that she used that type of logic is completely asinine. You do not. It's like, do you trust a random stranger with a gun? Well, probably not. You don't know what they're going to do with that gun. Same thing as you don't trust a random stranger with a knife. Now, do most people are most people not going to use it to harm people? Yes, in most cases. But that doesn't mean when somebody has a knife, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to be cautious of what they're going to do. It's just not okay. Having a weapon of any sort is not okay, and you can't trust other people. You can't just think that's just gonna be okay. So yeah. While changing, the capacity of each bathroom will be capped at the number of stalls it has, meaning only 8 girls could change at a time in the girls' high school locker room and only 3 boys at a time in their locker room. Which, that's stupidity in the highest order, but okay. Borderall told the Globe that his main concern was safety, that his job as a board member is to mitigate risk. He said he does not view LGBTQ students as dangerous, but said that something had to be done to address the concerns of both parties so the school could deal with other pressing issues it is facing, such as students vaping in the bathrooms. Well, that's a very low thing. Our proposal was a solution to care of a myriad of other issues that the school district is experiencing. So instead of fighting the gender fight, I decided to fight the large fight, he told the newspaper. Superintendent Mike Caldecott raised concerns that the new district could jam up bathrooms and take away from instructional time. The school is reviewing if the policy is legal under New Hampshire's plumbing code, which demands schools offer 1 water closet per 30 students, according to the Globe. The school has about 1,200 students between middle school and high school. The number of stalls is not evenly distributed between both schools and genders, with most stalls being in girls' bathrooms. Mike says installing bathroom stalls in place of urinals throughout the school could potentially cost tens of thousands of dollars. The bathroom discussion began last fall when the transgender girl began using the middle school's locker room, Mike told the Globe. Nobody asked for this. Student Adam David told the Journal. Nobody but the few parents who complained to the school board asked for this. According to the Globe, a similarly contentious debate regarding bathrooms is ongoing nearby Concord, New Hampshire state lawmakers considering bills that could affect transgender students. So, again, with this one person with the JNSC, says, I had to roll my eyes at the student who said that the policies could have a negative impact on the mental health of the district's LGBTQ students. Being LGBTQ is having a negative impact on the mental health of the LGBTQ students. It says, what about the impact on the straight student, who is the majority, who don't want opposition sex students in the same bathroom? Why would having a third bathroom for LGBTQ students be discriminatory? There's already a boys and girls. Since LGBTQs identify differently, they can have their own bathroom like everyone else. This minority rules has got time to stop. Agreed. And again, it's a simple fix. No. Just have both a male bathroom, have a non-male, have a male bathroom, have a female bathroom, and then have a transgender or gender-neutral bathroom. It's not that hard, guys. You don't have to force people. That way, you don't cause problems. And, by the way, this will also solve the transgender issue as well, because by that time, if you have a gender-neutral bathroom that the transgender person does not go into, and they go into a female or a male's bathroom, they get reprimanded immediately, or if not, kicked out of school. Because by that time, you have a bathroom that is catered to you, the school, or the bathroom that you can go into, which has no problems, and you go into the other bathroom for what reason? The only other reason we could probably think of you going to that bathroom is to commit some type of heinous act. That is the only possible way that I could possibly think of this. Have 3 bathrooms and call it good. End it there. It's not that hard. People are making this seem to be a lot more difficult than it is, but it's not. You have 3 bathrooms. Okay, $10,000. Well, here's the thing. Either you make the third bathroom, or you just keep it to where there's a male and female. Stop catering to the small minority of people. It's absolutely ridiculous, and we're ruining lives. Enough of the bullshit. Alright, guys. This is it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.